Love Island, you say's Jeremiah Brown just spilled the real tea on his fiery breakup with Huda. And let's just say, he's not holding back. From steamy regrets to being blindsided by his boys, this story's got drama, betrayal, and major revelations. Hit that like button, subscribe, and sound off in the comments if you saw this coming, or if you were rooting for Jeremiah and Huda. Jeremiah Brown Afa 20 is finally speaking out after being dumped from the Love Island USA villa, and he's got a whole list of regrets, mostly centered on his chaotic and now infamous relationship with Huda Mustafa. Just days before his dramatic exit on the June 22nd episode of the hit Peacock dating series, fans watched as Jeremiah's connection with Huda completely imploded. What started as a promising day one couple quickly turned into one of the most turbulent romances in the villa this season. In a twist that left viewers buzzing, Jeremiah chose to recouple with bombshell Iris Kendall instead of sticking it out with Huda. But instead of sparks, things with Iris felt more platonic. By the time he was finally vibing with newcomer Adrina Santos, it was already too late. Jeremiah was voted off by the other boys, a move he straight up calls a betrayal. Looking back, Jeremiah isn't dodging the blame. He admits he made some serious mistakes, 3 in particular, that might have sealed his fate on the show and in his relationship with Huda. First up, getting intimate way too fast. Jeremiah confesses that jumping into bed with Huda early in the season was a huge misstep. We skipped a lot of steps, he explains, and it threw us threw her headspace into a relationship, and I was just trying to enjoy being coupled up. According to him, moving that quickly created confusion, especially since he wasn't looking for something that serious just yet. Then there's mistake number 2, not being clear about who he is in a relationship. Jeremiah says this one haunts him the most. That's where he admits, because she asked me, "Who are you in a relationship?" And I just talked about everything I did in my past relationship. That answer, full of romantic gestures and sweet talk, gave Huda the impression he was ready to be that same guy instantly. But Jeremiah says that wasn't where his head was at, and he realized too late that he probably should have pumped the brakes on all the cute stuff. His third regret? Not communicating his need to slow things down. Jeremiah says he was overwhelmed but didn't speak up, trying instead to be Superman and push through. But deep down, he knew he was rushing something that needed time. I was just kind of doing too much too soon, he admits, because I really liked her, and I was like, okay, you know what? She deserves this, for lack of better words, so let me go try to do all the things. In real life, Jeremiah says he would have taken months to get where he got with Huda in just days. That alone, he says, proves he wasn't being himself, and that their love story was moving at an unnatural pace. Still, he's not pointing fingers without owning his part. He admits things with Huda escalated too far, and he should have ended it earlier. I should have nipped it in the bud and I didn't, Jeremiah confesses, so I can definitely own that. I should have. But while Jeremiah takes responsibility for his actions, he's not fully on board with the narrative that Huda's the villain of the season. It doesn't bring me any joy, he says about her being labeled the bad guy, but, he adds, she did say a lot of things about me and to me that aren't okay. Jeremiah reveals that some of Huda's behind-the-scenes comments left him seriously hurt. Like, oh yeah, it hurt, he shares, because I really cared about her. So when she's in the shower saying this and that to her friends and talking, and she runs away and says this and that, I'm just like, damn, I would never do that to you. But the final straw? That happened in front of the whole villa. Jeremiah recalls the moment when things completely fell apart between him and Huda. During one of their last conversations, he told her he wasn't trying to make her like him, which, to him, meant he didn't want to force anything. But Huda took that as him saying he didn't care if she liked him at all. She literally just changed the words in 10 seconds, he says. And then she said, "Have a good life, brother," and walked away. And then, F him, over there cussing me out to everybody. At that point, Jeremiah says he realized it was time to walk away for good. I know they're going through hell, and I'm going through hell, he explains. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, this has got to end. Despite everything, Jeremiah's takeaways from Love Island USA are complicated. He's got regrets, he's got bruised feelings, but he's also showing maturity in reflecting on what went wrong.